This is Harvest Valley by Bartson V3. It's 110.47 megabytes to download. Now, it doesn't say in the description on the Mod Hub website, but this has a required mod, and that is the Crude oil production, also by Bartson V3. Because when I started downloading this map, it asked me if I wanted to download that, which you normally do need to do. You don't need to actually use that if you don't want to. I'll talk about that as we get into the map, but that is a required mod, and that is also 49.95 megabytes to download. But the description says, I present to you a fictional map of Harvest Valley. The map has one multifunctional farm, 20 fields, one meadow, DLC precision farming, buying animals, several different sales stations, train, vehicle traffic, pedestrian traffic, machine shop, gas station, forest areas, toys to find. It says 20, but it's actually 100. Biogas plant, crude oil, forest machines for starters. And then right at the bottom he says, you will find more yourself. I wish you a long game. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all three modes, and this is what the map looks like. Not a huge amount on here, but it's quite a nice map. I like it. So different sale points, as it says, there is a train. Look, there it goes. It runs from west to east. I had to think about my compass things then. But yeah, we start off here in new farmer mode. This is what you get. So you get 4 plots. Basically you got 2 fields, a plot of forestry area, and your main farm. So the main farm area is 269,000, just over. Plot 10 here, 324,000. This field 81,000. Forestry area 240,000. Now the prices of the fields and other areas vary, as you can imagine. Some of the fields are a little bit pricey, but they are huge fields. So if we take this bad boy down here, 2.1 million, so quite a bit. I think probably 3 is going to be the cheapest, 383 grand. So you can see, as an example, 512, like so. There's a couple of other little forestry areas, 106 grand for that, 181, and then these here, 86, 60, a little bit up there for 159 as well, and also down there, 211,000. Some of the areas where there's productions and sale points you can't buy, so I'm clicking on that. That's the sawmill. Can't buy that. Can't buy that. You can just about see that they are slightly lighter shade, and again up there like so. Can't do that. There is a BGA down here. Now it's showing as a sale point there, which is quite interesting. Obviously we would probably be able to use that anyway as a sell point. If we pick silage, it's showing there biogas plant 500 kW. So we'll talk about that when we get there, but that is where the BGA is. Now if you want to buy that, you only need to buy the plot of land for it to show up, and that's 316,404, which we will do when we get there. But that is all of that I need to show. On our main farm, we've got a farmhouse, a big silo, 2 million litre capacity. It's not multi-fruit though. We've got pigs, horses. In fact, we've got all the animals, sheep, chickens, and that's not horses, that's cows. That's horses. Only thing we haven't got is the bees or a dog. So I guess we haven't got all the animals, excuse what I say. Now, a lot of the productions are over this side. Apart from that, that's it. There's not everything on here, not all the base game productions on here, but there's plenty of room for you to be able to place them down. But it probably will mean either clearing some trees or using up a bit of a field. These prices here of this forestry I didn't show you, 298 grand, 227,000. So there we go there. There's no custom crops. There is some extra productions or products added in, which is part of that crude oil production, which I'll show you in a second. So collectibles 100 there. They are the wooden toys from Elm Creek. Don't start off with any productions yet. Contracts are going to be available on the fields we don't own. There's all those animal pens, barns, etc. on our farm. Some of our equipment does need repair, as you can see. Not all of it's 100%, only a couple of things, but we do start off with a lot. So if I scroll down on this menu, when we get to stones, which is where the base game products end, we've got crude oil, paraffin, kerosene, motor oil and bearing grease. Now you can produce those and you can obviously sell them on the map as well. So little man's kicking off again. Every time I do a video, I think he wants to be in the video. And like I say, there's no custom crops. The crop calendar is standard as far as I can tell. But that's that part, I think. Now in terms of mods, if we go into our vehicles menu and scroll down here, as you can see, crude oil production, that is the only mod that is in this map added in. But in here you'll find some tankers to be able to transport your oil. There's another one there where we can use that. That's normally a diesel one we can use. And there's these empty oil barrels. Now it does say up the top, because I've not used this crude oil production mod before, so I'm not 100% sure how it works. So apologies for that, but it looks fairly straightforward. It says up there though, crude oil is stored in these barrels. Buy it and take it to the oil well pump to produce oil. So I think you need to buy these and put them into the oil pump, but I'm going to show you a sort of clip hopefully in a second of what's going on. Right, other mods are in build mode, and again, like I say, they are all part of the crude oil production. So in silos we've got this, that's actually a slurry tank, so we can put that down to store our slurry, 70,000 litres. And then if we go into containers, there's a fuel tank, same sort of mod, but we can buy fuel there and obviously take it out, 70,000 litres again. And in factories, productions and factories, this is where you'll find all the things that you're going to need to produce your crude oil to start with, and then further that on to produce your kerosene, paraffin, etc. So as far as I can tell, these first two, this guy and this guy, you're going to need to produce your crude oil. Now this one has a symbol, and when you place it down it says that it requires air. Now again, I haven't used it, but I'm guessing that, well, I don't know really. I don't know where you're going to get your air from. I mean, air is free, it's in the air. I don't understand that, whether you don't need to do anything. But on the next sort of clip I'm going to show you in a second, it says that you need the barrels for both these ones, this one and that one. That is showing a barrel there, so again, I'm not 100% sure. But then you've got three refineries, you've got a small, medium and large. These basically do the same thing, so you're going to bring your crude oil to these, and you can then produce diesel, motor oil, paraffin, kerosene, and your wheel bearing grease, or whatever it is, bearing grease, something like that. But there's two different sizes. There is a small one on the map, which we'll see towards the end of the video, so that hopefully will make sense. And then I think in generators we have another oil pump, and that is just going to generate you some money. There you see, 9,600 a month, so not too bad. Oh, I missed sale points, I do apologise. There is some added in sale points. A couple of these are on the map. These first two I think are on the map, but there's also, oh, the farmers market's there as well, and there's a crude oil purchase point. So that will take all those as well. That one isn't on the map, but that's interesting. But there is places to sell them already on the map without having to add any. Now I'm just going to swap over to another clip to show you a little bit more of a better diagram. Hopefully it will make it a bit more easier to understand about that crude oil. So I'll be back in a second. So I just thought I'd do this little bit of video just to hopefully make it a bit easier to understand this. Like I say, a lot of you probably would have used this already, but this is the actual mod itself. but the main thing I'm interested in is this diagram here. So it does show those two buildings, and it's only showing the barrels on those two on the left there, but those two will produce the crude oil, so they definitely need to be used, those two. And then from there you can store the crude oil into an oil tank. That's interesting, I don't remember seeing the oil tank in the mods, but from there, unless it goes in the fuel tank, could be. From there you can take your crude oil to the refinery, small, medium or large one, and it'll produce those products. And there's the key down the bottom to show you what the symbols mean: paraffin, motor oil, kerosene and bearing grease. And then you can take that to your sell points. There's also that generator down the bottom left, that basically just generates you money. So that's all that is really, nothing else to do with that. But that's that. So I'll hand you back over to Farm Sim Snowy. Right, so I hope that's a little bit easier to understand. Some of you have probably already used that mod, so hopefully you will know what's going on. Let's do slot counts. We've done mods and everything like that. So slot counts in a new farmer mode is 1,221 slots. In Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, if you come on here in those two modes, it is 1,077. The difference being you don't get any land, and where you are here, all of the buildings are missing. So you do start off with all the starting equipment, but all the buildings, farmhouse, sheds, silo, animal pens, none of it's here in Farm Manager and Start from Scratch. So it does make this a really nice opened area like that. And also obviously in Farm Manager, new farmer mode, you can sell off everything as well, and it will open all this up if you want to. But we'll go through new farmer mode first. So like I say, 1,221 slots, and you start off with all of this equipment. Look at it. Small tractors, we've got a small Massey Ferguson, we've got two medium Massey Fergusons, large John Deere, New Holland harvester, forestry machines, we've got the Rotner ones, we've got the harvester and the transporter, we've got a telehandler. Cars, we've got the Lizard 2017 pickup and the Mahindra even Retriever, can't speak. 3 trailers, Crampe 1, 2 Branter ones, an auger wagon, header for your harvester, stone picker, got a Lemkin plough, 2 Lemkin cultivators, a disc harrow, a power harrow, seeders, we've got these. You can hook up your power harrow to this seeder if you want to. We've got a planter. Some of this equipment's probably a little bit too small for the size of the fields on here, but you can chop and change. We've got a roller, fertilizer spreader, a baler, a bale loader, a bucket for your telehandler, and a header trailer for your harvester header. That is it. Now if you want to sell off all that equipment, you can get the slot count down to 892. That's obviously new farmer mode. And like I said, if you sell off all these buildings, farmhouse, etc. like that, you can get the slot count down to 748, and then you can build your own farm if you wish to. Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, like I said, it's 1,077, but no buildings or no land. And again, if you sell off all the equipment, again, it will reduce the slot count down to 748. So that is it. Let's get going. Farmhouse, sleep trigger on the porch. I think we'll run round. It shouldn't take too long. Got some really huge sheds on here. They are all base game ones, the buildings. So there is a workshop trigger on this one. Lights you can turn on wherever you stood. As you can see, a lot of the equipment in here. Run around this side. Got the pigsty. Again, it's all base game. So this will hold 270 pigs. They're going to appear there. Feed trough, or triggers just there, shall I say. There is a slurry collection point round the back. There's no manure pits down, so if you want manure from your pigs and your cows, you're going to need to place one down. Shouldn't be a problem though, there is plenty of space. Got our horse barn. This will hold 14 horses. We can open these doors and things like that. You can open the gates, you can take them out for a ride. Feed and straw triggers there, a little bit of a shed space there if you want to. Then we have the sheep, 65 sheep that will hold. Feed triggers just there, and your wall's going to appear there. Again, a little bit of shed space. We do own that field over the back there. And then we have a chicken coop. Eggs are going to spawn there, and your feed triggers there. This will hold 360 chickens, like so. We'll go over this side. This is the cow barn with feeding robot, so you don't have to do anything. It will feed your cows for you. That's your milk collection point there. Dialogue boxes here, 80 cows. You will have to put straw in though for their bedding. That's done through here. You can feed them yourself if you want to in here as well, but if you've got a robot that's going to do it for you, then why bother? Again, slurry collection point there, but like I said earlier, if you want manure, you have to place that down. And this is where the robot business goes on. You are going to need all of these ingredients for that robot to work. So mineral feed will go in there, and then you've got these bays with the symbols there. So silage there, straw there, grass there, hay there, like so. And on the hour, it gets all mixed up into that little thing, and it comes out, goes round like so. Behind us we have a large petrol tank, so we can fill that up. It is empty, but it will hold up to 25,000 litres, so we can get fuel here on our farm, just take it out from there. The same with these guys. We've got solid fertiliser, liquid fertiliser. They are empty, but we can fill them up. That will hold 60,000 litres. This one, liquid, will hold 173,500 litres. Two really nice size bunker silos, so we can produce silage. If we run around this side, we've got a bale and pallet storage shed, hold up to 250 of either. Got this huge silo, so tipping in there, taking out there, 2 million litre capacity. It isn't a multi-fruit, it is base game again. And then we've got another huge shed there. More equipment in, as you can see, a little bit of sort of offices up the back on that one, and then there's another shed up the back. So tons of shed space, sort of open air one like so, and then down this side there's this guy as well. So plenty of shed space, and that is our farm. So we will jump in to the pickup, we'll get going round. Really nice sort of lake out the side, or out the back, front, wherever you want to call it. We'll go up this way. There is traffic on here, there is pedestrians roaming around as well, which is nice. And I do really like these mountains that we've got in the background, which is cool. Nicely done. I don't know if this is Bartson V3's first map. I don't recall them ever doing a map, but if it is their first one, pretty good effort in my eyes. In here we've got a nice sort of area. Now there's no trigger, visible trigger here, but this pile here is a lime buy point. Then we've got a workshop trigger just there. Got a fuel point here, it's a fuel station. Like so. There's one of our first sort of modded in sell points. If I jump out, you can see there's different things here. Look, we've got motor oil, that is bearing grease, paraffin, and then that's got to be the kerosene. So you can sell all that there if you wish to. And then round the front we've got our shop menu just there, icon. This is also your reset point. That's just over more that side where the workshop trigger is. That's kind of like your shop area. And if we whiz up the top and go left, more forestry areas. Now they're not really flat, these forestry areas. They've got a bit of a hump to them, a bit of a mound, so if you do clear them you might have to do a little bit of landscaping to get them flat if you want to place anything down. Right, into this area, there's another one of the modded in sell points. That one is called average purchase of products sales. So you can bring some of the things there. Got the animal dealer there, there's your dialogue box, and there's also the animal dealer sell point just there. And there is one of the wooden collectibles. So there's that area. Now if we head on round, it's pretty nice though, nice colours, lighting's really good, doesn't feel dark. We're just going to head down here. We will have to come back on ourselves in a moment, but we need to get this guy out of the way. This is our grain elevator sell point, which is just up in there. Like so. Whiz back out. That's a quick visit. Whoa, that's my fault. I do apologise, sir. We'll exchange details later. Not really, I'm off, so see you later. There is a few things growing in the road, like some flowers there, I have noticed. I don't know if that's meant to be like that, but it is there. You'll see some more in a second. We're now heading up to the railroad silo. So obviously if you want to sail via the train, I didn't actually show you that, but I think it's Goldcrest Valley that goes to. We head on up. There's nice open space, really nice big fields as well, and there's some flowers in the road and bushes. So yeah, whether that needs a sort of little bit of a tidy up, I don't think it's meant to be like that, but there we go. Right, so here we are. This is Grain West Silo. Now your roadside is obviously unloading or loading up from there, unloading in under there. You can use that as a silo if you wish to. It's up to you, but if you want to sell it via the train, you're going to need to pull the train up to here and then load, or you can unload via train there as well. And there's a rent-a-train point just there. So I'll quickly show you on the map, Goldcrest Valley, but obviously it's going to go that way and then go and sail off down there like so. Right, that's the... Sorry sir, I'm really annoying people on this map, aren't I? Let's get out of here before we get arrested. Right, we're going to whiz all the way down, bit of a drive now, and we're going to head to the BGA. So I won't buy it yet until we get there. I'm going to show you that sort of sell point. Now if you don't own the BGA, I'm guessing if you're bringing anything to sell there or you're doing a contract, it possibly could be where it's showing the trigger is. So not 100% sure, but we need to go into here. We've got 3 good sized bunker silos just there, nice big shed space there as well. Now if I stop and go to there and tag place, it puts it right there. I can't imagine that you're going to be selling there, but stranger things have happened. We'll get rid of that. There is a way station there as well, and as you can see, no icons appear at all. So if I buy that plot of land now for, like I said earlier, 316,404, that then creates that icon, the BGA, that goes blue to show we own it, and then there we go, all the icons are there. And if we scroll down to here, got the BGA in there, standard one by the look of it, but there we go, there's the BGA. That's how you do that. Right, we're going to carry on out of there and then carry on down. Sawmill is up next. So yeah, like I said, there isn't all the productions on the map, but if you want to add more, you're going to have to use up a bit of your land. Base game sort of sawmill, planks will appear there, your wood chip out points there, buy the sawmill, sell your wood there, like so. head on down this way. This is a little bit of a sort of maze, this next bit. You kind of have to wind yourself in and around. So sharp right there, go up over a cool bridge. We will be going under that bridge in a moment, but for now we need to go this way. That sign says fresh produce because that's your farmers market logo sign, and that is tucked down into here. Got your grain types and your pallets, two sort of separate sell points. So there's your farmers market. If we go out this way, we should go under that bridge, go round in a bit of a loop, back under the bridge, and then we're running parallel to that road we just took to go over the bridge. It's all the way down to the end, to the last few bits. You can kind of sort of manipulate your way through down here to get to these productions, but I'm just going to quickly nip across this grass verge and go up over this bridge here as well. But if you look, that track we were on there goes under this bridge, goes up there, so you can cut across that grass bit. All this kind of sort of links up, but we'll go this way I think, and we're going to turn into there. So a few productions down here, bakery to our left, to our right is the sugar mill. Up in this little corner here, this is the small refinery, so I'm going to buy it. So you're going to tip in there, or unload should I say. Product's going to appear there. This is 70 grand I believe, so yeah, 70 grand. And as you can see, crude oil in, and you're going to be able to produce all of those things: paraffin, kerosene, motor oil, bearing grease and diesel. Now with the diesel, there isn't anywhere to sell that at the moment, so unless you put down a sell all sell point or something like that, or else you can just produce the diesel and use it yourself for your vehicles, etc. Well, I'm presuming you should be able to do that. I haven't tested that, but I think you would be able to do that. There we go, that's that. Just a couple more productions down this side. We've got the oil mill on our right, and then down the far end is the grain mill. And that is it, I believe. That is the map. So we started off at the main farm, we came out, we went up that way, visited the shop area, into the animal dealer, down into the grain elevator, up there to the railroad, all the way down, BGA, sawmill, done that weird little bit, farmers market, come round, bum, and then we finished up there. I bought all the land. There's nothing else that shows up. You sort of, you know, sometimes you buy land for things to show up, but it didn't for me. That is it. So that is Harvest Valley by Bartson V3. Please let me know your thoughts. Pretty cool map though. I think it just needs a few little sort of cosmetic touch-ups, so to speak. But if you have enjoyed the video, guys, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. Don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.